With that, we bring in John James, former Army helicopter pilot, now running for the United States Senate for the GOP nomination here on the shores of Lake Michigan. This brings up an important point. As you travel this state and talk to folks, where does the immigration debate fall and how concerned they are?
People are tired of the political bullcrap. People want a solution that is able to both be constitutional and compassionate. The president just signed an executive order keeping families together, and we need to make sure that we continue on that. But we also must defund sanctuary cities. We must abide by our Constitution. Congress must make a law.
You're running as a Republican. The Congress is controlled by Republicans, both chambers. They got a majority in the House, and they still can't pass any immigration reform. Obviously, we have got these rallies across the country. On the other hand, I talked to some farmers here in Traverse City, cherry capital of the world, who say they can't find any kind of workers on their cherry farms. They have to bring in immigrants, and they say that really their business, their livelihoods depend on the Congress finding a solution. If you're in the Senate, what promise can you make to have things be different? Why will it be different?
See, that's the fallacy that people are being told, being pushed, that because Republicans are in control of both houses, that they can run roughshod over the opposition party. The way that we need to do this is Debbie Stabenow needs to step up. She's campaigning on her own ineptitude. This cherry festival that we see here today is celebrating a region and a crop that may not be here if Debbie Stabenow gets reelected. We need to make sure that we secure our borders, we defund sanctuary cities, and we need to make sure that we get people able to work here, have work ethic to help our farmers up here. And if you go to my website, johnjamesforsenate.com, go to day 62, you see me talk about defunding sanctuary cities and securing our borders.
Defund sanctuary cities and securing our borders are two things. Debbie Stabenow is in the United States Senate. We'll speak about that issue. How confident are you that, in the president's words, if the Democrats keep running on an hashtag abolish ICE, end ICE platform, that it will be helpful for Republicans come November?
Democrats have a long history of running from issue to issue without leaving any solutions in their wake. They continue to leave issues. Debbie Stabenow, in particular, is running on campaign promises she's made decades ago. She's talking about the Sue Lock. She's talking about standing up for farmers, but she's not working on comprehensive immigration reform that secures our borders, that is able to get talent and labor where we need it the most, and making sure that we keep families together and making sure we're doing the right things the right way.
One of the big questions here in Michigan have been the president's tariffs, and it's been something that's been controversial in addition to some of the issues of immigration. General Motors now saying essentially, hey, look, if these tariffs and this trade war continue, it's going to be bad for General Motors. There was a time what's good for General Motors was good for America. Are you going to be able to stand up to the president when you need to?
I swore an oath to the United States Constitution. I believe that being able to speak on behalf of our farmers and factory workers in the state of Michigan, being able to work with our president to make sure that we put Michigan first, that is very, very important. Our president is advocating for Americans, manufacturing and farmers the way no other administration was. Our president keeps his promises, and when you take a look at the cherry capital of the world here that are suffering because our president is standing up to the EU and letting Turkey, Debbie Stabenow let Turkey dump tart cherry concentrate here, and it's putting our farmers out of business. I will not let that stand. I will support the president, and we must make sure that we put America first.
We're going to get and talk to some cherry farmers and get to the issue of the tariffs in Turkey that you are just talking about right now. Going forward in this campaign, you've got about a month and a half until the primary. Things continue to devolve in the civility of American politics. We can all agree on that. Big question here. Are things as bad as an outside observer would look down on America and specifically on Michigan and say, because of how divisive our rhetoric is? Or as we look out on Lake Michigan, wait for the Blue Angels, things pretty good?
You know, it's gorgeous here, but there are too many places in this state that are suffering, urban and rural areas. And I'm running because I have a passion for service. My core values are faith and family, God and country, and service before self. And we cannot continue sending career politicians and millionaires to Washington who don't have the credibility, competence, or character to lead effectively. We need somebody like me who has a proven leadership experience in combat, who has a proven leadership experience in business, somebody with the courage, imagination, and humility to lead, who will work and make sure that we support our president's agenda, defund sanctuary cities, and make sure we move forward in the best good of our republic.
All right, Mr. James, appreciate you being here. We'll have you back before the primary to talk about it again. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes, sir. You as well.